high-profile CEOs are endorsing the idea of stakeholder capitalism. Your observation was, I hope they don't co-opt the movement such that stakeholder capitalism doesn't mean anything. Can you elaborate on that?
Before we get to the cautionary tale, let's start with recognition of an amazing moment in the history of capitalism. I think it's worth just pausing to say the fact that 181 of the largest company CEOs produced a white paper calling for a new purpose of the corporation, moving us from shareholder primacy to leading businesses for all stakeholders. That is an enormous cultural shift that we should applaud and be excited about. And that followed up by the new Davos Manifesto and their embrace of stakeholder capitalism. It's indicative of a really important moment where people are recognizing that business indeed has impacts beyond just their shareholders. What we also need to be remarkably careful about is what we'll term stakeholder washing, right? Like, we all lived through a period of quote-unquote greenwashing, where everybody claimed to be green, sustainable, responsible, take your pick. And until you both measure it and you're accountable for it, it doesn't mean a whole lot. And so our response, our community's response to the Business Roundtable announcement was, first, welcome, welcome to the party. There's been people working on this for a while. We're delighted you're coming to the right side of the ledger. And it's time to put money where your mouth is. It's time to actually put real actions behind what you're terming the new purpose of the corporation. And there's tools, lots of tools you can use to do that. You can, one, measure it using our tool or the Global Reporting Initiative or any number of tools out there. You should be transparent with that measurement and share with folks not only where you're excelling, but your areas for improvement. And perhaps most importantly, if you're going to say that the new purposes of business is to lead for stakeholders, be accountable to that. And there's a legal framework that allows you to do that. And so we're at a moment right now where I honestly believe stakeholder capitalism has the possibility of truly being the economic system of the next century. It also could be a footnote that we forget about within 5 years. It's not going to be in between.